you know, I wish that he was my boyfriend again. I don't necessarily want to be single, but I miss the single life. I miss the text messages for no reason. I miss the coming up from behind me when I'm scrambling eggs and just kissing me on the back of the neck. Like,
I still do that, Boris. I still do that.
Okay.
You know, I'm being, you know,
general
here, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying that the
There's a
trappings.
difference. There's definitely a difference.
There's the trappings of being single. Like, okay, you two are really good-looking people, okay, and you're married, and we're married. There's people that flirt with you, and the part of the flirtation doesn't make you necessarily go
Separation creep. Many of you men in long-term relationships may have experienced something like this, where over time the woman just became less and less cooperative. All relationships are power struggles. All relationships are transactional. It is not intrinsic to a woman to be cooperative with a man. Relationships are competitive, not collaborative. It's because human nature is competitive. We are a very brutal, vicious, violent species that have basically slaughtered the entire world and took over the planet. You have to remember, our roots are of violence and war and brutal slaughter. We are a violently competitive species. You have to remember this. We are only a couple hundred years civilized. You have to remember, our roots are violence and war and slaughter. Only through leverage will collaboration exist in a relationship. Once the leverage is gone, our primal instincts will kick in and we will become competitive. This is how cooperation starts to creep away. Cooperation is a strategic instrument for women in relationship driven by incentive. It is not intrinsic to the relationship itself. Initially, she will be very cooperative, and this is only maintained by the man's clear leverage or his willingness to walk away and withdraw resources. So, upon securing a long-term commitment from the man, that leverage starts to diminish slowly. His investment becomes a sunk cost, and non-cooperation carries less and less threat of meaningful consequence. She isn't afraid of being non-cooperative anymore because she knows he probably won't leave. He has already sunk so much investment into the relationship, it's going to be really hard.
I brought back this blast from the past because we have so many guys that think they have these solutions to problems. And what I'm trying to tell brothers is this: in the distance, under stress, under all kinds of hardships, is where relationships are tested. Past the honeymoon phase, where everybody's all excited, where even some of these women are on their best behaviors, when you put the state in it, it creates an imbalance in life. Familiarity breeds contempt. Leverage is lost. Respect is lost. And in a culture that's a complete gynocentric environment, women would be ashamed to say these things maybe 100 years ago. But again, Boris Kojo is not even a 1% man, a 0.0000 immeasurable. Good-looking guy, squared away. Obviously, he has leverage and options. Otherwise, he would be divorced already and the relationship would disintegrate. But she knows there's women lined up around the planet to get with Boris Kojo. She's not going to get rid of him. But I'm trying to tell you, even the guys that are 1% men, the Tom Brady's of this world, the Will Smith, the Emmett Smiths, the whatever, Kevin Durant, the Kenny Smiths, shit, even Shaq. Well, Shaq was cheating. Even there's so many guys that have had issues in relationships dealing with just women in general, female nature. It's the system itself, the laws, the culture, the society itself that creates an imbalanced power dynamic based upon the laws. The laws is what matters. And I said to the other brother in the comments section, and he made a comment about men leading with their wallet, which I totally agree with. Men should not be leading with their wallet unless they're trying to buy some box. If you're trying to buy some box, I'm not supporting you or against anything. Well, yeah, you pay the price for your box and that's your wallet. There you go. And you keep it moving like Uncle Earl. But what I'm saying to you, in terms of a long-term relationships, in terms of vetting women for long-term relationships, yes, don't lead with your wallet. It's absolutely agreeable. But what I'm trying to say is that in the distance with relationships, in a gynocentric environment that's in America itself, we don't even require women to be good people. That's the problem I have with the red pill. That's the problem I have with all this men as content creator. When you have the breakdown in the family, the community, the state, and the laws that are highly gynocentric, and we've eliminated shame or any responsibility of women to be good people. Even the red pill guys make all kinds of excuse for women and everything else. Some of them, many of them, wanting men to be outstanding, Maserati drivers just to date an average woman. Something's up wrong with that. But what I'm trying to show you is that in the current system that it currently exists in society, even the 1% men, once they bring the state into the equation, which I think is a terrible idea, they're still having problems in the distance because we live in a gynocentric environment that only holds one gender accountable for being disrespectful, for being disruptive. And look, you look in that situation in that video with Boris Cujo, that jellyback simp up top. Well, look, I still do that. I still do that. He's basically simping, rolling that dude under the bus. Period. You got so many jellyback dudes like that in the comment section on the women's social media pages, caping out there. He basically is, he's the bitch-led dude. He's under her control, under her leadership, and he's talking about all this bullshit and kissing. He basically is telling, look how quiet his woman is. His woman knows he's a sim, so she's quiet. But you see the type of environment that the culture produces because it generally focuses more on the happiness of women in relationships. And that's why you see a lot of these guys that get out of these divorces and stuff like that, they just stay single for the rest of their life. They do the Oprah strategy. The rich guys that are smart. Shaq ain't never been married again. Now these dudes are getting married again that are smart and clever for the long haul. They understand once you put the state in it, the imbalance is gone. Because the society and the culture only holds one gender responsible. Peace and blessings to you guys. Let me know what you think. But again, all I do is put the information out there. Guys can do what the hell you want to do with your life. But peace and blessings to you guys. I'm out.